pulang kampung nih.
Pulang kampung, guys.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Berjumpa lagi kita, saya Arash Manso. Seperti biasa, terima kasih kerana terus menonton Arash Manso YouTube channel, okay? So, siapa yang untuk first time datang ke channel ni, jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like, komen dan share nanti. Dan jangan lupa untuk follow saya di Instagram, okay? So, untuk kali ni, saya akan react yang dikomen oleh para komentar yang minta untuk saya react video ni. Pidato Presiden Obama di UI Part 1 ni Part 1. Dia ada 4 part kot, tak silap saya. So saya akan react Part 1 dulu untuk kali ni. Dan ni ramai sangat yang minta, yang ada yang katanya apa, Obama ni daripada yang dia masa usia kecilnya di Indonesia, ya. So kita akan pastikan daripada pidato ini, okay? So terima kasih kepada yang komen untuk saya react video ni. Dan tanpa melengahkan masa lagi, guys, let's go. Kita react pidato Presiden Obama di UI. UI itu apa? Universitas Indonesia kah? Saya tak tahu. Nanti boleh komen, Okay, so tanpa melengahkan masa lagi, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay.
Indonesia ini, ini kita coba lihat lagi.
Wow.
Baru saja kita yang tunggu-tunggu Presiden Amerika Serikat.
Sosok yang sangat karismatik.
Iya. Mungkin kita dengarkan dulu audionya, sudah terdengar atau belum ini?
Bendera Amerika Syarikat dan bendera Indonesia kat belakang.
Luar biasa.
Terima kasih. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody.
Terima kasih.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi, guys.
Nice.
It is wonderful to be here at
Universitas Indonesia.
University of Indonesia. To the faculty and the staff and the students, and to Dr. Gumilan, Rusliwa Somantri, thank you so much for your hospitality.
Obama dan Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera.
Semua terpegun bila dia memberi salam.
Thank you for this wonderful welcome. Thank you to the people of Jakarta and thank you to the people of Indonesia. Pulang kampung nih.
Pulang kampung, guys. Obama ngomong Indonesia.
I am so glad that I made it back to Indonesia and that Michelle was able to join me. We had a couple of false starts this year, but I was determined to visit a country that's meant so much to me. And unfortunately, this visit is too short. But I look forward to coming back a year from now when Indonesia hosts the East Asia Summit.
Yeah.
Before I go any further, I want to say that our thoughts and prayers are with all of those Indonesians who are affected by the recent tsunami and the volcanic eruptions, particularly those who've lost loved ones and those who've been displaced. And I want you all to know that, as always, the United States stands with Indonesia in responding to natural disasters, and we are pleased to be able to help as needed. As neighbors help neighbors and families take in the displaced, I know that the strength and the resilience of the Indonesian people will pull you through once more. Let me begin with a simple statement. Indonesia, bagian dari diri saya.
Wah. Mantul, guys. Wow. Saya tak pernah lihat, saya tak pernah tengok pun video ni. First time,
When my mother married an Indonesian named Lolo Sutoro. And as a young boy, I was coming to a different world. But the people of Indonesia quickly made me feel at home. Jakarta looked very different in those days.
Okay, dia dilahirkan, dia hidup di
Buildings
Jakarta
that
lah.
were no more than a few stories tall. This back in 1967, 68. Most of you weren't born yet. the Hotel Indonesia was one of the few high-rises, and there was just one big department store called Sarina. That was it.
Dia ingat semua guys. Wow.
Becaks and Bemos, that's how you got around. They outnumbered automobiles in those days. And you didn't have all the big highways that you have today. Most of them gave way to unpaved roads and the kampongs. So we moved to Menteng Dalam. Where, hey, some folks from Menteng Dalam right here.
Wow.
We
Bagus
lived in a
guys.
small house. We had a mango tree out front. And I learned to love Indonesia while flying kites,
Yeah.
running along the paddy
Layang-layang,
fields,
layang-layang.
catching dragonflies, buying
Sate,
satay, baso
bakso.
from the street vendors.
Ooh.
I still remember the call of the vendors. Satay. Yeah. I remember that. Baso.
Ada dia punya bunyi tu Bunyi Indonesia tu masih ada walaupun dia tinggal di Amerika Syarikat lama kan. Sebab dia dibesarkan di Indonesia.
But most of all, I remember the people. The old men and women who welcomed us with smiles, and the children who made a foreign child feel like a neighbor and a friend, and the teachers who helped me learn about this country. Because Indonesia is made up of thousands of islands and hundreds of languages.
Yes.
And people from scores of
652
regions
bahasa
and ethnic groups. My time here helped me appreciate the common humanity of all people. And while my stepfather, like most Indonesians, was raised a Muslim, he firmly believed that all religions were worthy of respect.
Yes.
And in this way, he reflected the spirit of religious tolerance that is enshrined in Indonesia's constitution and that remains one of this country's defining and inspiring characteristics.
Yeah. Yang
Now,
besar
I
juga
stayed here for 4 years,
4 tahun di Indonesia.
a time that helped shape my
Masa
childhood,
kanak-kanak 4 tahun tu lama
a
guys.
time that saw the birth of my wonderful sister, Maya, a time that made such an impression on my mother that she kept returning to Indonesia over the next 20 years to live and to work and to travel and to pursue her passion of promoting opportunity in Indonesia's villages, especially opportunity for women and for girls. And I was so honored. I was so honored when President Yudhoyono last night at the state dinner presented an award on behalf of my mother, recognizing the work that she did. And she would have been so proud because my mother held Indonesia and its people very close to her heart for her entire life.
Yeah.
Now, so much has changed in the 4 decades since I boarded a plane to move back to Hawaii. If you asked me or any of my schoolmates who knew me back then, I don't think any of us could have anticipated that one day I would come back to Jakarta as the President of the United States.
Merinding guys. Bila dia sebut tadi tu.
And few could have anticipated the remarkable story of Indonesia over these last 4 decades. The Jakarta that I once knew has grown into a teeming city of nearly 10 million, with skyscrapers that dwarf the Hotel Indonesia, and thriving centers of culture and of commerce.
Benar.
While my Indonesian friends and I used to run in fields with water buffalo and goats, a new generation of Indonesians is among the most wired in the world, connected through cell phones and social networks. And while Indonesia, as a young nation focused inward, a growing Indonesia now plays a key role in the Asia-Pacific and in the global economy.
Yeah. Mantul.
Now, this change also extends to politics.
Pidato.
When my stepfather was a boy, he watched his own father and older brother leave home to fight and die in the struggle for Indonesian independence. And I'm happy to be here on Heroes Day to honor the memory of so many Indonesians who have sacrificed on behalf of this great country.
Pengorbanan untuk mencapai kemerdekaan tu
When I moved to Jakarta, it was 1960.
Oh, dah habis Allah. So part 1 dah habis, saya nak masih cepat sangat pula dengar dia punya apa video ni. Sebab saya macam terpegun ataupun saya tak tahu nak cakap macam, tapi takut kalian tidak faham. Saya macam terkejut lah kan, dengan apa yang disampaikan dalam pidato yang oleh bekas presiden sekarang bekas presiden lah, iaitu Barack Obama ni. So sangat nice, sangat satu kisah ataupun satu story yang sangat menarik okay. Saya merinding tadi bila dia cakap yang yang rakan-rakan teman sekelas yang semasa di Indonesia mungkin tak menyangka yang beliau akan pulang ke Jakarta dengan jawatan sebagai Presiden Amerika Syarikat. Oh, tu merinding guys. Sangat nice dia punya ni. Dan dia juga tadi dia ada menceritakan. So nanti saya tak sabar untuk nak react part 2 saya akan react juga part 2 sampai habis lah, sebab saya sendiri ingin mengetahui apa yang disampaikan, sebab ni baru satu part 1 dalam masa 8 minit saja. So saya teringin untuk tahu lebih lanjut lagi apa yang disampaikan dalam pidato ni, okay? So kat sini yang video part 1 ni dia menceritakan zaman kecil yang 4 tahun ibunya berkahwin dengan orang Indonesia, dan dia menetap selama 4 tahun. Dia tahu semua dia menceritakan juga tadi Jakarta, perbezaan ataupun cerita perbezaan Jakarta masa dahulu hingga sekarang, kemajuan perkembangan yang telah dicapai oleh ibu kota Jakarta dan Indonesia lah. So memang banyak sangat tadi informasi dia. Memang tadi cakap bakso, sate, main layangan masa dia kecil. So memang siapa sangka semasa kecil dia pernah tinggal di Indonesia, dan dia merupakan tokoh sekarang, iaitu bekas presiden Amerika Syarikat lah, dan pernah menjadi presiden Amerika Syarikat yang sangat yang kita paling kenal kat dunia ni, okay? So mungkin itu saja daripada saya untuk kali ini. Jangan lupa saya akan react untuk part 2, 3 dan 4 nanti, okay? So stay tune untuk reaction yang seterusnya itu. So guys, jika anda ada perancangan untuk reaction yang seterusnya, boleh komen di ruangan komen. Dan jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like, komen dan share, kerana banyak lagi yang kasih react untuk anda semua. So stay tune. Bye bye.